A good day to all of you out there watching Uganda. My name is Kim the Comic, and yes, we're back again. Another exciting interview here in Kampala. As you all know, we are under a 42-day lockdown, so we're doing our best to bring you the content day by day. And guess what? Today we are here, still in Bukoto, by the way, and we're here with a very exciting gentleman who, by the way, I'm very sure you've come across the word Muzungu.
Yes, yes,
here, right?
a lot.
Yeah. So I also thought he was, Mzungu, by the way, is like a white person. It's like Uganda for white person. So I also thought you were white. Last time I also saw you. So how about this? Just clear the air. Like, just tell people who you are, where you're from, and what's going on.
My name's Brandon Abbott. I'm from the United States, originally from Beaumont, Texas. My mom, she's African American. My dad, he is mixed. He's what you call Louisiana Creole.
Louisiana what?
Creole.
Creole.
That means he's mixed with African, French, Spanish, and a little bit of Native American. So that's why I get questioned a lot. I even get it over in the States when people first meet me. They don't know if I'm white, they don't know if I'm black. They ask me, are you mixed with anything? But people that know me, that deal with me on a day-to-day basis, they know that I identify as African American. Where I'm from in the United States, people know that. It's just when I meet somebody for the first time, that's probably, they look at me and they're confused. Yeah, they're confused like the first time you saw me.
Because you know the weird thing is, like, here in Uganda, people actually call me Muzungu.
Really?
Yeah, so like when I saw you, I was like, this is the Muzungu.
This is the real deal.
Yeah, this is the real deal. But anyway, so at least we've cleared the air. So we're going to talk about a few things about you and let the people get to know you. Okay. Because you have something interesting that you have brought with us here today. So tell me, first of all, Brandon, what do you do for a living?
I am an entrepreneur. I invest in startup companies, stock market, and I'm just now recently getting into real estate. So
some money.
I've started off very small. I'm still trying to work my way up there, but I'm getting there.
So you're more of like an investor?
Right, a small-time investor. I just recently started about a year ago when I was laid off from my job because of COVID. It kind of forced me, appreciate it. It kind of forced me to learn new ways to make money for myself, and it just forced me to take my money and invest it into different sectors.
All right.
Yeah.
So how is that going so far? Like, are you being affected by whatever's going on in the world? Pandemic right now?
As far as the company that I want to start in the United States, I want to start a mobile car wash business, and I had my startup money and everything, and I was getting ready to pull the trigger on it, and then COVID popped off and everyone got laid off. So that's when I took my startup money, I kept it, and I decided to invest it into different things like the stock market, real estate, and I've been able to have success with that, small success. And I've been able to stay afloat during COVID, and I'm just waiting till everything cools down, and then I'll try to start my company up again.
All right. We do wish you well.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, you know what? Let's just jump straight into it, because the elephant in the room. So Brandon is Brandon is here with. He came to Uganda like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
And you would be surprised what. The major reason he actually came here, he came for love. Okay, he came for love. And he has a very fine Ugandan girl. You really chose well.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
So I want to break on this, the relationship side. How did all this start? How did you meet this person you're with? And how did you even know that? Okay, like, tell me how everything started, because I'm confused.
Well, believe it or not, we met on Facebook. Facebook, yes. I was part of a group on Facebook. I don't remember the name of it now, but it was a group where it allowed African Americans to interact with Africans. And it was kind of where we would meet up, talk about the culture, talk about dating scene. And I noticed her picture one day on the face group, and I slid into her DM.
You're being slick.
Yes, I was being slick. We started talking, texting at first, and then we gradually worked our way up to video chatting. And we video chatted for about probably almost a year and a half. to really get to know each other as people.
So did anything about, I don't know if you have this in the US, catfishing. Did you ever feel like maybe this person could not be real? Like
maybe I did at first, when we were texting, but once we started video chatting, and we started video chatting like once or twice a week, and then it gradually grew to more, I became more comfortable, and I didn't think it was any catfishing involved. It's hard to catfish when you're video chatting with someone on a regular basis.
We have some shady people. Anyways, so yeah, you met this girl on Facebook and you've been talking. Is that let me first clear it again. That is the major reason you came here.
Oh yeah, that was the major reason was for love. It's actually my first time meeting her in person. So me coming to Uganda, that was like a big step for our relationship. We had gotten to know each other as much as possible through video chatting, and the next step was for me to come here to Uganda to meet her. But like most Americans, I was hesitant because, back in America, we were fed a false narrative of Africa from the time we're little kids.
True.
So
tell us about that.
Sure. The false narrative, that we get in America, they tell us that Africa is full of nothing but poverty, disease, terrorists, kidnapping. Terrorists. And so it's been passed on from generation to generation. My grandparents told my parents, my great-great-grandparents told them. So it's kind of something that you're fed through your family and the media that the government provides. In America, they'll show videos of Africa from 200 years ago instead of current stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess the turning point is my girlfriend, her name is Hajara.
Hajara, yeah.
She wanted me to come to Africa. I expressed my hesitance. We got into an argument and she told me to start looking for the good things in Africa. Stop looking for all the bad stuff that you're hearing.
Shout out to Hajara.
Yeah, she really opened my eyes, and that's how I got exposed to Kinganda and the other YouTubers that are here, and it really helped me open my eyes and made me feel more at ease to come here to Africa.
By the way, guys, Kinganda is another reason why he was able to be comfortable to come to Uganda. So shout outs to Kinganda, the team and the crew.
Yes.
Shout outs to O'Shea, because he actually watched our videos here and was like, oh my God, Uganda is actually a place I can stay, because I'm very sure you had your own views about coming here. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing the work and let many of you guys be able to come here comfortably. Now, Hajara, I think let's move forward a bit.
Okay.
So you decide to come here. You landed like Entebbe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how was the feeling? Like, how did you feel the atmosphere? What did you feel changed when you came down here?
Just the climate, the vibe.
Okay.
The first thing I did.
Hotter or?
No, actually it's much cooler. It's much cooler here. The weather in Texas can be very hot. It can get up into the 90s, 90s, even maybe 100 on a bad day. But I think on a bad day over here, the hottest is probably gonna be like maybe 78, 80 degrees.
Okay. So the climate made you also?
Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. When I got off the airplane, I looked around, looked up at the sky, took a deep breath and just soaked it all in. It was like, okay, yeah, this is a different vibe. I like this.
What about the people? You told me something when we were talking like a while ago, that the people here seem calmer, especially the women.
Yes.
They seem calmer, like more calmer, like in the States.
Oh yes. The people here, especially the women, they're very soft-spoken, very respectable. If there is a disagreement or an argument, it's settled with your words very calmly. It's not a lot of yelling and shouting like it is in America.
Oh wait, there's yelling and shouting in the...
Oh yeah, I think it's more, reactive. If one person starts yelling, the other one person is gonna start yelling back. So it's kind of, you're just reacting. And you kind of like, being American or being a foreigner coming over here, you have a calming effect because everyone is so calm and soft-spoken. So it kind of has a calming effect on you. It makes you like turn off your American switch. Yeah. Blend in, and the change of pace here is great. Everything is just opposite from America, and I guess that's what mainly attracted me to Uganda. I've been living in America now almost 40 years and
40.
40, yes.
So, Hajar, have you dated, you've dated American girls before?
Yes.
What do you think, well, it's not good to compare, but like, if you could set out like the differences, what do you think is different from the American women you've dated and then this Ugandan girl you dated, Hajar?
Well, like I said, the main thing I've noticed is soft-spoken. You communicate using your words. There's not a lot of yelling and shouting. The women are very respectable.
Is submission more common here than?
I think it's more common here in Uganda. It happens in America, but I don't think it happens as much as it does over here.
So Hajar is a submissive woman.
She
said that.
She can be, but she can also be a very strong and persistent woman. That's how I got here. She didn't give up.
That was 2 years.
Yeah, she waited a long time for me. She's very patient, very loyal, and that's another thing that really attracted me to her. I don't find that patience and loyalty in America. In America, a woman might have waited maybe a month at the most, and after that, I'm done, I'm moving on. But with Hajara, she never gave up, and she was persistent, and that's what mainly got me here, is Hajara. Yeah.
Oh, Hajara should be on the tourism board.
Yeah, she's very good, very good.
Yeah, so that's very interesting. And are you guys having fun? Because right now we're in a lockdown, and it's very difficult for couples. I mean, even locally, because couples are just, there's a lot of domestic violence going on. Both of you are not working, so you stay in the house and then you just end up arguing all day. I'm not saying you,
right.
I'm saying like other couples, like the problems they're having right now in the country. Because not many people are actually able to work or move around, so you don't realize when they stay together, because they've not been seeing each other like all the time. So fights tend to come around and all that. How are you guys faring in this lockdown? I know you've been here for a short time, but how's it been just staying in the house with your Ugandan woman, and how's it going for you?
It's been good. It's been good. It's given me a chance to really meet her family and bond with her family. Originally, when I planned on coming out here, I wanted to experience the nightlife like everybody. But because of the lockdown, I wasn't able to do that. So the first day, her whole family came here. I got to meet them. You know what they say, when you date a Ugandan woman, you're dating the whole family as well. And so I got that experience, and I liked it. Yes, nothing but good vibes. Her family has been very welcoming, open arms. So it's been a really good experience. And we've also been able to get out a little bit. Not a lot, but we've been able to get out a little bit.
You have some people in the government, or?
No, I have, I'm considered a tourist. So you have your tourist papers, or you take a tourist car and you can move. I mean, you still have to stop at the checkpoints and stuff like that, but you can still move around a little bit. We were able to go to Jinja for a couple days.
To Jinja?
Yes.
In like the Nile together? The source of the Nile.
We went to the source of the Nile. We saw a couple waterfalls. We did the quad biking. So that was very fun.
So, you know, we have a dating show here on Kenyan.
Yes.
Let me just ask you this question. So you've watched it before? The girls you've seen on the dating show, and then seeing Hajar, is there like a huge contrast?
I would say with some of the girls, there's a huge contrast, but then with some of the girls, there's some similarities. You know, I think it's like that in any continent. You're gonna get a variety. You'll get girls on this end of the spectrum. You'll get girls on the on the opposite side of the spectrum, and then you'll get some in the middle.
Yeah, because most people complain that the girls on the dating show are so entitled. Have you seen any bit of entitlement with your partner, or? No, I have not. It's the exact opposite. It's opposite, yeah?
The exact opposite.
Okay.
Yes, I was very lucky. The first woman I met was Hajara. I didn't have to come here looking for anybody. It's kind of like she fell in my lap like a blessing from God.
You also told me you've had of transport money here in Uganda, right?
Say what?
Transport money.
Yes.
You told me she paid your transport money from the airport.
Yes. The first time she told me that, I thought about the Uganda dating show, because I know that's a big topic on the show. And so I made a joke and I was like, baby, are you sure you're going to pay for my transport? And she started laughing. She's like, yes, I'm sure. Yeah.
Wow, shout outs to Hajira. She's paying men's transport money. For Ugandans out here, we know like that's a big deal. If a girl pays the transport money, marry her. So I think you landed on the right one.
Yes.
Yeah. And let me just so you're here with her. You're leaving soon, right?
Yes.
Do you have plans of coming back and like settling with your woman?
Oh yes. I plan on coming back in the next 2 months, around October. October, yeah, it'll be actually our anniversary.
Okay.
We met October 10th. It'll be 2 years.
Wow, that's congratulations.
Yeah, the ultimate goal is to, start my business in America. Once that gets going, use some of that money to invest over here. Start in Uganda. I want to invest in startup companies. I want to invest in real estate, and also want to invest in the local people.
The local people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very nice of you.
And the ultimate goal is to get married, start a family, and eventually retire out here when I'm 50.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you want to retire in Uganda?
Oh, yes. I love it out here so much. I definitely want to retire here.
Oh, it's actually a very nice place.
Oh, yes.
Never mind, every place always has like the ups and downs. So. But it's generally a cool place.
Yeah.
Do you like the freedom?
Yeah, I mean, I like the freedom.
It's not too much right now, but.
Right, yeah. I haven't had the full experience with the full jams and everything, but yeah.
So I just want to conclude, as we're concluding, yeah? What would you advise like fellow Americans, Black Americans out there? What would you advise them about like dating life here in Uganda? Like, what would, if they wanted like a wife, an African wife, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them if you're just coming to the country and you don't know anybody and you're looking to meet somebody when you get here, just take your time, tread the waters lightly, and you'll learn what you like and what you don't like, but don't rush into anything. The first girl you meet, don't rush into it. And take your time.
Don't use Tinder. Yo, the guys on Tinder here I'm not saying it's not right, but anyway, I think it depends on what you want. Right,
it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something casual or looking to have fun, I'm sure you can find that. If you're looking for something serious, you can also find that too. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, so I really wish you guys a very nice, I don't know, what can I call it, relationship.
Thank you.
And I hope everything goes well for you and Hajira. And do you have anything you want to say to Hajira on camera? Like, I don't know, any sweet words? I'm not going to be watching this with her eyes wide open, so what would you tell her?
I would tell her, thank you for opening my eyes to Africa, to Uganda, to the people here, and I love you, baby.
Any last words to thank Uganda for bringing you Hajira?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Uganda. I want to thank her family. Her family did a good job raising and supporting her. She's a great person because she has a great family. Her family's just as good as she is. So I really lucked out. I've gotten to know a good person that has a good family, and so I've gained a new big family here in Uganda.
All right. I guess that's it for you, yeah?
Yeah.
So maybe in a few years, we'll be seeing some small Brandons running around.
Oh yeah, man! You have an invite to the wedding and everything.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I can also MC a wedding, so.
Hey, there you go.
Do it. All right, guys. So this was Brandon. We had to talk about this because he had a very interesting reason he came to Africa, Uganda, to find the love of his life, and just showing you out there that these things are possible. Like some people think, like, I don't know, maybe if you meet someone online in another country, you may not be with someone genuine, but this is actual proof that you can actually meet someone and have a life together and have fun. So if you're out there in the USA and you're looking for an African wife, you're looking for someone African to marry, there's still time, there's still a chance. It's real stuff. We have someone here who came from all the way from Texas.
Yes.
Landed in Uganda and met a girl of his dreams. So guys, my name is Kim the Comic, and we have to end this episode here. Probably we'll be talking more.
Yes.
Yes, and please make sure you like this video. Yes, like this video, it's good for us. Follow us on all our social media pages: Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Uganda Nation. Subscribe to this channel, please. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Other than that, guys, have a nice time. Peace out.
Cheers.